We have two more left, and Mr. Goldberg will take the stage. You guys having fun? You having a good time tonight? Yeah. Good. I was hoping that would be the case. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Lundquist.
So I lost the fucking contact on the way here, so I can't see any of my jokes. This is gonna suck a lot, but fuck it. Welcome to the roast of Adam Goldberg. There are things that aren't fat jokes. So thank you, Tesha, and sort of Zach, because it wasn't funny. I think I'll start with Blake, because he's your lovely host tonight. Blake is a sad alcoholic. He drinks like Adam has sex, alone and constantly. Blake was in a show that none of you watched, that was on last year, called Every Shade of Wrong. And I'm not going to say it was terrible, but I will say that it was the worst TV debut since the 9/11 hijackers. Like Linnea said, Blake wears a lot of sports jerseys, which is really funny because the only sport he plays is slowly drive everyone away from you with self-destructive behavior ball. MVP. Okay, I don't know just these people. I don't fucking know who they are at all, so I'm just gonna do jokes about them. Eric's son, Jesus fucking Christ. The last time I saw one of your people bomb that hard, he was into an aircraft carrier. It's kamikaze. I know he's trying to stop. Zach Jones, are you fasting until you write good material? You look like a stick bug with an oversized Adam's apple. Like the love child of Skeletor and white privilege. Alright, Zach and Eric tried out for ECW and we didn't let them in. How bad do you have to fuck up to not get in our troupe? We have lower standards than Linnea after a box of Chardonnay. So speaking of unfunny Asians, Misha, Mike, not really, whatever the fuck, he's here tonight. And he is to comedy as he is to finally and resolutely blowing his brains out. Because we all want him to succeed, but he doesn't have the guts. Fuck. Misha is young, Asian, and cripplingly insecure, which means that he's a wig and a Hello Kitty backpack away from having to cover his drink anytime Adam's in the room. Will Abels isn't here, but I want to do jokes about him because, fuck that guy. This part was like addressed to Will in my script here, and I'm just going to pretend that you're Will. I don't know who you are, but I'm just going to... Will Abels, you smug, smirking shithead. You have all the ego of Dan Perrault and none of the talent. There's more, fuck. I'm worried that you're here, because he's not here, so that's more funny now. Because that means that whores are running free and hunting for a different soulless pretty boy to fuck them. Every night you stay home, some poor frat boy gets syphilis. That would make sense if you fuck it. I have jokes about Dan Perrault, but I'm going to cut most of them because he's not even here, so fucking... I don't do one. Dan likes surrealist humor, which you just saw with that shitty ending. But he's not good at it, which you just saw with that shitty ending. If I wanted someone to yell at me and just make funny faces, I would buy a baby. So, either Golod went on a diet or Justin Rogers is here. Everything I know about this man is from his Facebook profile picture, and now. So, I don't have shit on him, but I will say that you might know him as the guy who hangs out with your weed dealer who only wants to talk about bands and Nietzsche. I assume that's true. Max Fox. Love Max Fox. Max Fox quit ECW to focus on his career and telling the same 5 jokes over and over. Max, your jokes are so old, Adam doesn't want to fuck him anymore. Ishan Mishra is a member of Stroopwafel, which is Emerson's least consistent comedy troupe. If you could watch a Stroopwafel show backwards, it would be a bunch of people slowly entering a room for an hour. Ishan also has that thing on his head that no one talks about, birthmark. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to make a joke about it, because that would be rude, because we all have something, like, deeply fucked up, like, somewhere on our bodies. Like Linnea has Blake. Dan Rubinson Worthington did the same thing that I was going to do, but now I'm going to do it like again, but different. He looks like a bizarre world version of me, where I have rich parents and fear sunlight. I secretly hate him, because his success tells me what I could be if I spent my time on joke writing instead of basic hygiene. And then there's going to be a toothbrushing joke, but like Tesha just beat me, so fuck. Dan Rubinson won the comedy competition at Emerson last year, so he's empirically the funniest person at this college, which is kind of like being the funniest episode of Sesame Street, because everyone who cares is retarded and will forget in a year. So, Alright, I know I've been kind of mean tonight, but I do want to say that I love all of you, except for the fucking failures that I don't know, and Tesha, because she'd get the wrong idea. Don't worry, Tesha, just be patient. By which I mean find some pretty friends and wait till last call. Will Abels will be there. Tesha is an unfunny, unattractive female comic from Michigan who actually did well tonight, so only half of that, I mean. But that means she has about as good a chance of getting a job in Hollywood as she does as getting a job in Michigan. Let's choke about recessions. I guess that brings us to Adam, the man of the fucking hour and a half, just orgy to himself. Adam has failed to get onto the rooftop comedy team every year he's been at Emerson. Ha! He's worse at comedy than his therapists are at everything. Adam, as you've heard other people say, has scoliosis, which means that even his back can't do stand-up. Adam is also known for doing slam poetry, which I also do, and his poems are actually quite a lot like his stand-up, except his poems are unfunny on purpose. And another thing that he failed to get on my freshman year, his sophomore year, was the National Slam Poetry team that Emerson does. So even though he couldn't get on it, he followed us to nationals in Philadelphia. Haha, he was the most uninvited guest to that city since the crack epidemic. And a message for the ladies in the audience, Adam's virginity is not going to take itself, but he will keep trying. Adam has more restraining orders filed against him here at Emerson College than anyone else in the history of this place ever. He can't go to like entire fucking floors of this place. He has fewer places he can go on Emerson's campus than Kevin Bright can go in Hollywood. Alright, and Adam loves watching big sweaty men pretend to fight each other, because wrestlers remind him of something he'll never be: successful. Okay, and Adam, if they manage to keep you out of whatever kind of institutions they're supposed to put you in, I'm sure you're gonna have a great career in life, fucking probably if you don't kill yourself, and happy birthday!
Give it up for Peter Lundquist, everyone!